Hi there. Welcome to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric
And
Stromer.
we love to improve your home and improve your life. And we also love coffee. How many cups of coffee do you drink a day, Eric Stromer?
Boy, I must drink at least 5.
5.
I think so.
And those aren't just like regular cups. Those are probably like espresso.
That's I do the cappuccino, so I'll do a triple in the morning, and then I'll kind of graduate down to a double. And then maybe somewhere after around dinner, I might do an espresso on the way out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I probably drink a pot of coffee every day. Now, is that about the same
That's
amount?
probably about the same. Yeah.
But it's decaf. That makes it okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So, hey, you know what? When you make coffee at home, or you could even do this when you go, because I know you love your baristas.
Yeah, I love them.
When you go to those places, you can take that coffee and you can say, "Give me your grounds, barista." Or if you're making the coffee, like you make for Amy the drip coffee.
I
at home,
do,
right?
yeah.
So we're talking about what you can do with your coffee grounds in your home environment, or from the barista, say, "Give me your grounds." Do you know, for instance? Of course, it's very obvious. We know that it's great for the garden. We've talked about that forever, that you want to put a little bit of the coffee grounds because it's loaded with calcium and potassium and nitrogen and phosphorus and all those things that are great, that are beneficial ingredients for plants to grow. So you just sprinkle that throughout the garden every day.
Yeah.
Every week, or save it, and then on the weekend, sprinkle it. But what else? What about furniture?
Well, yeah, because you can use the staining. You know how it's terrible when you stain clothing with coffee if you do a spill. Well, guess what? You can use that exact stain as a paint or varnish to kind of repair the dents in furniture, traditional colors of furniture. Little Q-tip in a cup of coffee or in the grounds with some water in it. Dab it in that spot that's miscolored, and it ends up actually matching really, really well.
And it rubs into the scratch too, huh?
Right into the scratch, yeah.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that great? Yeah.
And then would you just kind of let it sit there for a
Just
little
let
while?
it sit and soak, and then you might do a second or third coat and just keep saturating until that tone kind of matches with your traditional original finish.
So I think that would be excellent, especially if you had like a mahogany, like a deep brown table.
Exactly.
Or maybe like a little side table, and oops, someone kicked it, and there's that little scratch.
Yeah, and they also sell these little crayons that you
Sure.
can fill in your color if you need to, but try the coffee first. It actually works really well.
I love that
Yeah.
idea. What about using it again back to the garden to keep snails away?
Boy, they hate it. You know what happens? They get all hopped up and they start moving too fast and they dry up and burn out.
Oh,
I know.
Do they really?
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, but it does actually keep the snails at bay. They hate coffee, as it turns out. They're tea drinkers, obviously.
So the idea is just to sprinkle the coffee grounds at the base of the affected plants, because, I mean, how many times has a snail like sabotaged your garden? I mean, I'm not loving the idea that these snails, they'll eat like a big circle out of the leaf.
Exactly.
Thank you. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So try that. Another good way to use your leftover coffee grounds is a refrigerator. It's a deodorizer.
Boy, I've used it too for that exact reason. It's very, very helpful. So you have the baking soda, obviously, to absorb odors, but if you want to kind of neutralize all errant smells that aren't working for you, the coffee grounds in the fridge work great.
Maybe just put it in a bowl and let it sit for several hours overnight, and then you could put it not only in your fridge or your freezer.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it works great in the freezer for sure.
And by the way, if you love the way that the coffee smells, or maybe you don't, you can mix it with some little bit of vanilla or cinnamon. And then if you don't want to have the smell of coffee all the time, that'll kind of neutralize it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Now, you know what else you can use it for? To amend your compost. It really works effectively to do that, to help break down all the organic matter that's in a compost pile. Just put your coffee grounds in there as well. Lo and behold, before you know it, back to the calcium, the phosphorus, and all the minerals that we were talking about. It just really enriches that compost.
Now, as good as it is for the garden, it's also good for your skin.
No, what do you mean?
Yeah, so you basically can make your own body scrub.
Really?
So what you do is you take the coffee grounds. You would it's going to be an exfoliation kind of a scrub. You take the coffee grounds, some coconut oil, and then a little bit of brown sugar, and you mix it up, and then you take that into your shower, and now you scrub it all over your body, and now, well, you're going to be a decaf latte right there.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
But it's supposed to really help exfoliate your skin and make it all nice and soft.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, and you know what else it works for? You can kind of sprinkle grounds around the area where ant infestations are. And again, what happens? they get so overwhelmingly hopped up on caffeine that they kind of burn out and they just got to take a nap. But it does deter the ant population.
Love that idea.
Areas. Yeah.
And
what I like about it too, it's not toxic. So, if you're concerned about having chemicals in the home, this works great for the ants.
You know who else doesn't like the scent of coffee?
No.
Is cats. And if you have little kittens and cats that you don't want in your yard, this is a gentle way of keeping them away. You just mix a little bit of the leftover coffee grounds with some orange peels, and you put this around the plants, and not only is it going to help the plants, but the cats are going to smell it, and they're going to go, they're going to go away.
Oh,
See?
really? Interesting.
If you have some feral cats that are trying to, mooch off your yard. See?
Unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
Now, you know what else it works great for? You can boost a carrot harvest when you're growing the carrots. All you have to do is just throw the caffeine grounds or coffee grounds into the earth, and it just makes them bulk up and get huge. It almost acts like steroids for the carrots.
Love it.
Yeah.
So see, there's so many ways and reasons. I mean, a lot of times I'll forget and I'll throw my used coffee grounds out.
Yeah, I know.
But don't.
No.
I mean,
there's so much to do with
you should get a big container, and save it throughout the week, and then at the end of the week, you can now be using it for all these different things.
Oh, you know what else is great for it? In a cat box. If you've got a cat box in the house, you just sprinkle it in the box and
for the odor.
It keeps the odor at bay.
Okay, love that. You can also freshen your carpet. Now, hang on a second. This is now tea leaves as opposed to the coffee. So if you're a tea drinker, you sprinkle dry tea leaves. Okay, so these haven't been used yet. These are the dry tea leaves onto the carpet, and then you crush them lightly and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then you vacuum, and it turns out that's going to deodorize your carpet.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Isn't that a nice
That's
fresh?
great to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, that'll also freshen up mats and beds. It's the same idea. The tea, in Asia, they do this a lot. Well, they'll use the tea to wash straw sleeping mats in tubs of water. But you can use this tea as a deodorizer and just apply this to like your yoga mat or your air mattress.
Well, I've done chamomile tea bags on the eyes for the pink eye, which actually works really well.
Love it.
Soothing.
All right. So we have more ideas to share because you know what? We just are loving you that way. We love to improve your home and improve your life. You're listening to Eric Stromer and Cindy Dole. This is Home Wizards.
And Mama blessed it with a kiss. My coat of many